to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys, right here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirkland Street. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Inside deals now from the shotgun. First down, looking for more now. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. And right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
Game moves the ball to the 38, another first down. And now the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
There's the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete, but it's hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Takes the snap and takes off on the run.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too...
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I thought the strong safety did a really good job of disguising the blitz, waiting to the last possible moment, and at the snap of the ball, catching the offensive line off guard. Nobody saw him. He gets home free and comes up with a sack.
Here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Now an On third and very long, looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, and he almost picked it off. Nearly a turnover here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up fourth down. And the Nittany Lions will bring their punt team onto the field. It's a rough series for the offense, and now he's on to punt it away. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Looking to scramble. Fires it on the move. Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a first down. Great play.
Just a great throw and an even better catch here by Miami to be able to come up with a big play for this offense. Oh, my gosh. Just an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Miami and the wide receiver position. And you could say not recently. They've had some pretty good players, but you go back, Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, Santana Moss. I just could keep going and going when it comes to the Canes.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body.
Chris, you can just sense the interception coming the entire time. He starts to roll to the sideline, which of course is going to reduce his opportunities downfield. The defense does a good job of baiting the throw and then being able to make the interception.
And the Penn State offense gets back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out, and they get a drive going this time. Breaks free. Breaks into the clear. They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
We're going to go with the Wildcat formation, an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Direct snap. Breaks free. Defense has got him, but that Wildcat wrinkle earned enough to get the first down.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Penn State running backs, and I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
They come to the line on 3rd down, try to keep this drive going. And the defense get a stop here. They'll try to run for the first down. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
The offense will go for it here on fourth down and 3. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on fourth down when you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
We reach the end of a scoreless first quarter. The defenses are in charge as these teams pursue a national championship. We'll see if these offenses can find a spark, get a rhythm going in the second quarter of this playoff game. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Direct snap. Touchdown, Nittany Lions, as they clean the lead in this playoff game.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. He's looking deep here. Got a man! Catch made! Big play! They bring him down, but it's a big gainer for the 47.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Offense beginning to click on this drive as they try to reach the end zone for the first time today. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the move now. Oh, they trap him for a sack. The Hurricanes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
Boy, you talk about blowing a play up. What a job by this defense. That is a big-time loss from the sack. But look at the offense. They're keeping the tempo going. I'm surprised.
Here's a target, and it's complete. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Touchdown, Miami, as they get on the board here in this playoff game.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thompson. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. He keeps it on a design run. Has the first down and more. And here he goes. And he'll finally step out of bounds after a massive gain.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
They'll toss it to the right side. Breaks loose at the 45. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 from there.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Nice throw caught for a completion. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Here's the 2nd down play. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the 1st half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Looking to convert on 3rd down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense makes the tackle, but that Wildcat look does produce a 1st down.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. The Nittany Lions with 1st and 10 here. Here's the handoff. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It's an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Catch made on the out route. And wrap him up after the completion, just short of the 1st down marker.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the 1st down.
Here comes the 4th down play. Offense in the Wildcat. The defense on alert. And it's a direct snap. Looking for the end zone, has a lane. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Penn State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
He PAT puts them in front by 7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up with a first down.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little gritty because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
Quick completion to the tight end. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Offense hurting itself with a penalty. First down and 20. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's going to take a shot down the left side. The catch is made, and he does get the foot down to be able to catch a big gainer.
Boy, this quarterback throws a beautiful ball. Another big game for this offense and a chance to get points on the board before we get to halftime.
All of a sudden, that one explosive play has set the offense up inside the red zone. He finds the running back in the flat. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Canes.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. All right, here's the toss play. Stop right there at the line. No gain. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. One more play before they head to the locker room. Ball handed off. He's got room to run. He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away to get us going in the second half. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. State offense is back out on the field. They're looking for some points to jump on top here as we get the third quarter going. Looking to make a big play downfield. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
So second and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. Here's the toss play now, running to the right.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Grab near the sticks. It's smart now. And it's good for a first down to the 36. The Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Finds his man. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Nittany Lions looking to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield. It's Thompson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. They bring it down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Direct snap. The Wildcat look doesn't get much that time, just a few on the play. Walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And that will give them the lead now.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Start the drive. Defense is coming after him. Short connection to the tight end here. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tough.
Who's in the clear? He gets loose inside the 20. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic that moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? And here comes a deep shot. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. He's got the first and still going. Touchdown, Penn State. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner decides to field it. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for the wide out. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
Well, a nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. The Hurricanes will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He escapes the pocket. He's looking to scramble. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself.
I'd really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Moves out of the pocket. Inside the 30. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. The Canes line up on first and 10. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Touchdown, Miami, as the QB fights his way into the end zone.
Boy, this guy is so much fun to watch. Here, not even on a designed QB run, able to create, use his legs, threaten the defense with his arm, and eventually off the scramble gets into the end zone. Great play.
Point after, up and good. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's going to pull it down and run. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in a run game. He's able to do that right here.
Okay, so there's second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Running back grabs it on the screen. He's found some room at the 45. Will not be brought down. You make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. This has been a tremendous fight through three quarters. This playoff game deadlocked heading to the final period. Let's check out the game summary so far. Headed to the final quarter of this playoff game, who's going to step up and make a difference here in this pursuit of a national championship? So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. QB keeper all the way. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
And when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off. It's a design run. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now. First and goal. The offense with an opportunity for a go-ahead score here in the final minutes. Looking for a man. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
That's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on first and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on second and goal.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. He's looking to throw. On the move now. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The quarterback takes it in himself.
What a threat to this offense to have a weapon like this at quarterback. Down in the red zone, surveying the coverage, nobody open, so he does it himself with his legs and gets to the end zone for the touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after. PAT is up and good to lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. The receiver grabs it. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The Canes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Clock for the completion. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
They're going to run it here. Tackled up near midfield at the 48. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
Finds an open target on the left side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. But they have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Quarterback's got it on the option. Stopped on third for no gain. Going to be 4th and 1 now. Down by 7. They've got to convert here for a chance to tie this game. Crucial play here. They go to the air. He's got it and well for a first down. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain. Time winding down deep in this game with a shot at the championship game on the line. Can the offense step up? Takes the handoff again. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. All right, serious drama here. The semifinal game comes down to the final couple minutes. Can the offense make a play here? But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Fourth down now, and defensively, you know you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Canes!
Chris, how about that execution? Great throw by the quarterback. The receiver does his job and then takes it into the end zone. And now we've got an interesting situation here. Late in the game in a playoff, you kick the extra point to tie this up, or you go for 2 to potentially take the lead.
And the important PAT is up and good. We're tied in the fourth. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. First play of the drive now from the 25. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. That's a design quarterback keeper. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Tackle to the 35, good enough for a first down. Not much time left. The offense has a shot to end this in regulation. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to scramble. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. After the incompletion, second down now from the 35. Second down, we're going to throw it. Nice grab. It's Thompson. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there. That's a nice pickup there. They buy some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
On the run here. Let's it go. Sideline throw caught, but not enough for a first down.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback's scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. Defense has got him, but that wildcat wrinkle earns enough to get the first down. And the offense will take a timeout with exactly 24 seconds remaining. The Nittany Lions will have first and 10 here. Toss play to the outside. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. And the defense will take time out to stop the clock. 20 seconds remaining.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on first and 10.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Design quarterback run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a timeout taken by the defense. 18 seconds left on the clock. Important yardage needed on third down here. A field goal try will be from 52. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch it? And he's brought down at the 1-yard line. What a play on the completion.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The Nittany Lions will line up here on first down and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. They come to the line in the wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. No way to run up the middle. The timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. So in the final seconds, everything comes down to this field goal attempt for the win. It's good! This playoff run continues with a kick for the ages.